50 Best Soccer Players. Pelé, the king himself. With 3 World Cups under his belt, Pelé's moves were so smooth they could put butter out of business. Diego Maradona, known for the hand of God and the goal of the century. Maradona dribbled past defenders like he was playing a video game. Lionel Messi, the modern magician. Messi dribbles so close to the ball it seems like he's in a dance-off with defenders. Cristiano Ronaldo, the goal machine with abs of steel. Ronaldo's workouts are so intense. They make Hulk look like a couch potato. Johan Cruyff, the inventor of the Cruyff Turn, and a genius on the field. Cruyff's moves were so innovative, even robots were impressed. Zinedine Zidane, with a headbutt that's famous worldwide and skill to match, Zidane could dribble past defenders while sipping espresso. George Best, the Northern Irish superstar who combined football with fashion. Best could charm defenders and ladies alike. Marco van Basten, known for that jaw-dropping volley in the 1988 Euros. Van Basten's shots had more curve than a roller coaster. Franz Beckenbauer, the Kaiser of defense. Beckenbauer turned defending into an art form, proving that even defenders can be royalty. Paolo Maldini, the ultimate defender who made tackling look as easy as pie. Maldini's nickname should have been The Wall. Ronaldinho, the Brazilian wizard who made football look like a magic trick. Ronaldinho could make defenders look like they were standing still. David Beckham, the man with the perfect hair and even better free kicks. Beckham's crosses were so precise, they could double as GPS. Gerd Müller, the bomber, with a nose for goal. Müller's finishing was so sharp, it made defenders think twice about their life choices. Kaká, the Brazilian playmaker with a smile that could light up the pitch. Kaká's dribbling was so smooth, it looked like he was skating on ice. Roberto Baggio, with a ponytail that became iconic and a knack for scoring, Baggio's flair was as impressive as his footwork. Eusebio, the Portuguese powerhouse who was a goal-scoring machine. Eusebio's shots had more power than a freight train. Xavi Hernandez, the midfield maestro who made passing look like an art form. Xavi's vision on the pitch was so good, he might have had X-ray eyes. Andrés Iniesta, the man who scored the World Cup winning goal in 2010. Iniesta's dribbling was so slick, defenders might have thought he had superpowers. Pelé, wait, did I mention him twice? Well, that's how good he was. One spot on the list wasn't enough. Hristo Stoichkov, the Bulgarian striker with a fiery temper and even hotter shots. Stoichkov could make the net bulge from miles away. Samuel Eto'o, the Cameroonian striker who scored goals everywhere he went. Eto'o was like a goal-scoring factory on legs. Kenny Dalglish, the King of Scotland and Liverpool. Dalglish's touch was so refined, he could have played piano with his feet. Alfredo Di Stefano, the Argentine who could play anywhere on the pitch. Di Stefano was the original versatile player, long before it became trendy. Ruud Gullit, the Dutch dynamo with a legendary afro. Gullit's style was as unique as his hair, and his football was equally electrifying. Zico, the Brazilian white Pelé, known for his incredible technique and vision. Zico's flair was enough to make samba look like a sport. Paulo Futre, the Portuguese winger who was a terror for defenders. Futre's speed was so blistering, it was like watching a rocket in action. Jean-Pierre Papin, the French striker with a knack for spectacular goals. Papin's volleys were so precise, they seemed to defy physics. George Weah, the Liberian legend who could score with style. Weah's runs were so powerful, they looked like a locomotive on the move. Dino Zoff, the Italian goalkeeper with the reflexes of a cat. Zoff's saves were so astonishing, they could have been mistaken for magic tricks. Luis Figo, the Portuguese winger who could dribble past a wall of defenders. Figo's footwork was so dazzling, it might have had its own spotlight. Gianluigi Buffon, the legendary Italian goalkeeper whose saves were as stunning as his longevity. Buffon's career seemed to go on forever, and so did his incredible stops. Jurgen Klinsmann, the German forward with a knack for spectacular goals. Klinsmann's finishing was so clinical, it was like a surgeon with a ball. David Trezeguet, the French striker with a golden touch. Trezeguet's goals were so well placed, they could have had a map to their destination. Emilio Butragueño, the Spanish forward with a knack for scoring in style. Butragueño's goals were as elegant as his dribbling. Nedved, the Czech dynamo known for his relentless energy. Nedved's runs were so intense, they might have had their own soundtrack. Michael Owen, the English striker who burst onto the scene with dazzling pace. Owen's goals were like lightning strikes, quick and electrifying. Robbie Fowler, the English goal machine with a cheeky personality. Fowler's goals were so effortless, it looked like he was playing a different game. Mario Kempes, the Argentine striker who lit up the 1978 World Cup. Kempes's goals were so thrilling, they could have been a blockbuster film. Carlos Valderrama, the Colombian midfielder with a hairdo that was as legendary as his skill. Valderrama's flair was as unforgettable as his do. Fernando Hierro, the Spanish defender with a knack for scoring crucial goals. Hierro's defensive skills were as solid as his ability to pop up in attack. Totti, the Roman emperor of football with a career at one club. Totti's loyalty and skill made him a true icon of Italian football. Davor Suka, the Croatian striker who was a goal-scoring sensation. Suka's finishing was so sharp, it could have sliced through defenses. Rivaldo, the Brazilian forward who could score with a variety of dazzling techniques. Rivaldo's goals were so varied, they could have been in a highlight reel. Edwin van der Sar, the Dutch goalkeeper with a career spanning decades. Van der Sar's saves were as reliable as a Swiss watch. Javier Zanetti, the Argentine fullback known for his stamina and consistency. Zanetti's runs up and down the wing were like a never-ending marathon. Marcelo, the Brazilian left back with flair and skill to burn. Marcelo's dribbling was so smooth, it looked like he was gliding over the pitch. Cafu, the Brazilian right back with endless energy. Cafu's runs were so relentless, they could have powered a small city. Paulo Sousa, the Portuguese midfielder known for his tactical brilliance. Sousa's playmaking was as precise as a Swiss Army knife. Ryan Giggs, the Welsh wizard who dazzled for years at Manchester United. Giggs's dribbling was so mesmerizing, defenders looked like they were in a trance. Lothar Matthäus, the German midfielder with a career that spanned decades. Matthäus's leadership and skill were as enduring as his career.